Lions rarely provoke elephants because they don't want to be trampled into a poster, then stick it on the land of the African grasslands. But this pride broke the rules of the game. They killed 15 elephants in 1 month. So what is it that makes them so bold? Dare you challenge the target group? The story takes place in the African savannah. The rulers here are the 5 lion brothers, hundreds of miles around. No pride of lions can compete with such a combination. Their expansion, gradually infiltrating the territory of the Savati lion pride. The Savati pride has 2 lionesses, composed with 5 little lions, although they are weak. But my life was pretty stable. The crisis is coming quietly. They didn't notice. The leader of the 5 brothers alliance stepped into their territory, although the little male lion is still very scruffy, but showed a posture of disobedience. He tried to make himself look more fierce, trying to scare off intruders from the aspect of momentum. Will the intruders take this trick? Of course not. Don't forget that when he came over, he knew exactly how panicked the little lion was. The little lion's fangs and claws look a bit ridiculous. Lioness Tiga protects her children, forced to step forward with his daughter. I was immediately attracted by their graceful bodies. The invading lion drooled and said, "Come and make me laugh," to although Tiga is disgusted with the meat, still chose to obey. A seductive smile. Let the invading lion surrender immediately. This also successfully kept the whole family safe. The lion licked Tiga tenderly. He was still talking about whether he could stop going to work. Diga praised that if you don't go to work, you support me. The lion looks careless and awe-inspiring. I will support you. Diga instantly felt like he was 18 years old again. Where there is pain from a lion, there is love from a lion. At this time, there was a vibration on the ground. An elephant vigorously shook a big tree. It shocked Tiga and his children. The intruder lion is even worse. He was so frightened that he ran away in a panic. While running, he shouted to Ligia, "Sweetheart, I went home and asked my 4 younger brothers to come and deal with him together. You guys endure it." The elephant continues to shake the tree, because recently Zhang's mother told him about Liangshan heroes, Lu Zhishan's story. So I want to verify this thing. Is it true that weeping willow trees are pulled upside down? As a result, the big trees were broken but not uprooted. So he came to a conclusion. Lu Zhishan drives an excavator. The lions were dumbfounded. This was a threat. Naked intimidation. Diga also imagined that her husband would bring 4 brothers to pick up these guys. But the lion never came back. Didn't wait for my husband to come. But the dry season came. Animals need lots of water to cool down, especially elephants. Each elephant needs to drink an average of 200 liters of water per day. That adds up to thousands of liters. These are the elephants that drained the Savati River. Then they started to migrate, looking for water. On the way, an elephant's mother collapsed from exhaustion. Severe dehydration left him with no strength to stand up again. His children tried to help him, but to no avail. The elephants left. They can't stay longer. Otherwise, they might be the next ones to fall. At this time, Savati lion pride spots lone elephant calf. The last time I was threatened by an elephant. They still remember clearly. Such a rare opportunity for revenge. They swarmed up. Baby elephant knocked down by Savati lion pride. Other elephants want rescue. Lioness Tiga seems to know. The elephant is very weak at this time. He rushed up and pulled another baby elephant. Forced them back. Lions enjoying a feast. This is the first time they have eaten elephant meat. And from now on, the balance of power begins to shift in Savati. Elephants keep migrating, looking for the source of life. Behind them were 7 lions. This was the last successful hunt by the Savati lion pride. Let the Savati lions taste the sweetness. It turns out that elephants are not invincible. Now is the time to crush them? The prolongation of the dry season has left this grassland with less and less water. Elephants fall behind one by one during migration. Then one after another they fall. This bull elephant, like an unyielding warrior, kneel down and die solemnly. The lions don't seem satisfied with this. They may prefer to hunt on their own. It will be more fulfilling to bring down such a big guy. Another 12-year-old elephant has been left behind. The Savati lion pride took this baby elephant with the herd, parting the baby elephant, struggling to escape. The lions take turns. In the end, the baby elephant could not withstand the fierce bombardment of the lions, was pushed to the ground. His life came to an end. More than a month. Savati's herd preyed on 15 elephants like this. Such numbers are indeed unacceptable. Also refresh the record. They couldn't finish it and left it to the hyenas and vultures. Then choose your next target. Extended dry season tips the scales of victory towards lions. A baby elephant is born. But this is not a good time. Even though the whole herd wants to protect this little guy. But nature is cruel. Due to dehydration, his mother soon ran out of milk. The hungry baby elephant can no longer keep up with the large army. His shaky figure is heartbreaking. He persisted and did not fall until the last bit of strength is exhausted. Like a mother who sees her child fall. Help him with your nose anxiously. But the little elephant will never stand up again. His life is passing by little, watching a child slowly die. But there is nothing I can do. How helpless does this mother look like? This is nature. See this scene. What reason do we have to complain? This society is unfair. Life has no hope. Newborn elephants can stand. Use up the last bit of strength. Do we have the nerve to say lie down? Third party in the lion world. The lioness was kicked out of the pride by her mate. Alone, he has no direction. The former king became a scavenger. He suffered so much humiliation and suffering. Finally married a stray lion. Ray formed the Pride of Lions and returned for revenge. The story takes place in the African savannah. Tasha had a happy family. Lion Zach and his brother Thad. Keeping the lions safe. Tasha leads his sisters on a hunt, guaranteeing food for the whole family. Such a happy life could have been. Keep going. But one day, a young lioness invades their territory. The story takes a dramatic turn. When Zach and Sid patrolled the territory, found this lioness named Jinlian. Zach was deeply attracted by Jinlian's beauty. He gave up his pride. Be inseparable from Golden Lotus all day long. Sid doesn't want to see his brother fall. Reminded him many times that he should return to the Pride of Lions. But Zach couldn't listen at all. The frustrated Sid finally couldn't bear it anymore. He tried to drive Jinlian away. Brother Zach is obsessed. In order to protect the Golden Lotus, Zach actually attacked his brother Sid. Sid was pushed to the ground and beaten violently by Zach. My nose was bleeding. Not only did Jinlian not dissuade her, instead, he said that the reason why Sid disobeyed him was all because of Tasha. Zach thought about it. I feel like what I said this year makes sense, so he tricked his brother Sid into going home to see Kasha. And the child, Sid thought his brother had changed his mind. Agreed without hesitation. When Zach sees Tasha in the distance, he no longer pretends. He will choose to destroy any relatives he denies, including one's own children. Kaisa senses Zach's murderous intention. Run away with the children. But Zach had no intention of letting them go. Zach's pursuit dispersed the group of corpses. Kasha and his sister, kicked out of the house by his former spouse Zach. Children also got lost in the chaos. He called for 3 days and 3 nights to no avail. Zach at this time. But she is like glue with the alien lioness Golden Lotus. Golden Lotus was successfully righted and became the new lioness. King, Zach's brother Sid, witnessed my brother's pedantry and cruelty. He was frustrated, choosing to leave the brother I once respected the most. Make such a choice. Sid's heart seemed to be bleeding. A wave of anger is pressing in my heart. Out of breath, he came to the hyena territory because he wants to release his inner depression. The hyenas are lying comfortably in the sun. Enjoy a post-meal lunch break. When they find the menacing side, it seems a little late. The hyenas fled in panic. Adult hyenas can escape, but the little hyena may not be so lucky. Sid catches a young hyena, push him to the ground, and bite him, as if he regarded it as his useless brother. The little hyena's spine was bitten off directly. The other hyenas were confused and couldn't figure out what was going on. I don't know why Sid is crazy today. On the other hand, Sid didn't care. Directly ended the life of the little hyena. Then he staggered away. He has no goal or direction. No territory from now on. No spouse, no food. Sid is not the only one who suffers. Now Tasha also has nothing. He tried to join another pride, but this lion group doesn't seem to welcome him. The first is the hostility of the lioness towards him. The pride's lions attacked Tasha. Then the rest of the pride. They all started to attack Tasha because he doesn't belong to this pride. This pride will not tolerate an outsider. Tasha fought hard to save her life. The price was that one of his front legs was bitten. From a queen, reduced to this miserable state. She is full of resentment. Resentment towards the ex, resentment towards the third party. Maybe revenge is her only reason to live now. In order to survive, she became a scavenger of this grassland, stealing cheetah's food. He has given up his dignity. The harder it gets, the deeper the resentment in his heart becomes. Turn your resentment into cruelty, and survive by any means necessary. To fill the stomach, he even killed the cub of the tricolor wolf. Normally, lions won't eat hyena and tricolor cubs. Even if it bites me to death, I won't eat it. But now Tasha won't care so much. He clearly knows that as long as he still has breath, there is still a chance for revenge. If you starve to death, there will be nothing left. His strength is slowly recovering. Finally, he decided to hunt wildbeast alone. Successful prey doesn't mean you can enjoy prey alone. Other wandering lionesses come to snatch food. Tasha's anger reaches its peak. He attacks. Suffering makes him strong. He is unbeatable now. But he knows that revenge alone is impossible. A pair of wandering lions came into his sight. A plan formed in his mind. He started to act cute and coquettish to the wandering lion. The homeless lion was conquered by him. Not many male horses can withstand temptation. Then he collected some stray lion shepherds. He has waited too long for this moment. Return to your own ethnic group. We always see the honor and halo of others. Never ask about the blood and sweat they put in behind the scenes. There is no natural ruthlessness. Just because I endured too much suffering alone. The stronger the heart. The stories you experience are more miserable. These chimpanzees are motionless. Do you think they are playing with wooden figures? Actually, they found the intruder. Wonger Gongzi took the lead in attacking the Fred tribe. When leader Fred saw Wonger Gongzi, he turned around and ran away. Because Wonger Gongzi's ethnic group, twice their number. Fred's pack's escape meant a small victory. But this is just the beginning of the story. Wang'er wants to win the whole war. Drive Fred's tribe out of this forest. The nut orchard that occupies the heart of the forest. At this time, Fred, eating some nuts in the nut garden to calm down the panic. Over the past 4,000 years, chimpanzees learn to use rocks to crack nuts. They pass it down from generation to generation. Now, this black technology has been mastered by almost all chimpanzees. Of course, the little chimpanzee. Except it takes them years to learn. Oscar struggled to hit the nuts with a piece of wood. But this method seems wrong. Stone is the core technology of black technology. When nuts meet stones. Hey, you said it was magical, or not? Oscar eats delicious nuts, getting ready to do some more. At this time, a chimpanzee quietly walked over. I muttered that I had been staring at this kid for a long time. I took away Oscar's tools with peace of mind. Oscar's tools were stolen. Let the little ones know the dangers of society. He returns to his mother. Maybe gnawing on the old is what little orangutans should do. The sun is going to set. The orangutans began to arrange their hammocks in the trees, because there will be flower buds under the trees at night. Oscar doesn't want to crawl on his mother by himself. Mom, is your bed big? Are you afraid of sleeping alone? The next day, a heavy rain hit the whole forest. Oscar hides in his mother's arms to keep warm. An unusual sound came. Wang'er led his men. The war started again. Covered by the sound of rain, Wang'er led his men launch a sneak attack on the Fred family. The leader, Fred, hastily responded to the challenge and was caught off guard. The whole family was scattered. Little Oscar ran away from his mother until night falls again. Mom hasn't come back yet. Figure of leopard in the forest at night and screams from afar. It indicates that something happened this night. In a few days, Oscar never waited for his mother to come back. He started looking for food by himself. He still vaguely remembers the sweetness of honey. In the past, his mother helped him. And now he has to do it himself. As expected, he was stung all over by bees. Chief Fred discovered what he was doing, stepped forward, and stole most of the honey. The other chimpanzees took a small portion of what was left. And Oscar, who was the first to discover the hive, but got nothing. If this continues, he will starve to death sooner or later, because he hasn't learned many skills yet. Maybe finding a new mother can hope to survive. But other female orangutans have children of their own. Oscar was rejected time and time again, and even expelled. No chimpanzee wanted to take him in. The other little orangutans don't like to play with him either. Is this what it feels like to be discriminated against? He is very lost. There is also an orangutan that he has never come into contact with. That's Chief Fred. He keeps up with Fred. At least you can find something to eat around him. Fred didn't drive him away, because he will not pose a threat to the leader's position. Tactful adoption has exceeded Oscar's expectations. Maybe Fred is lonely too. In this kind of group that competes for status with strength, Wang basically has no friends. Once when he was at his lowest, few friends are willing to help him. And in his most glorious moment, the few remaining friends, also because of envy, jealousy, and hatred, I stayed away from him. An orangutan king would actually take in an orphan. This is very rare in nature. Maybe Oscar will drag Fred down. Oscar follows Fred. Fred would learn whatever he did. He used Fred as a lifeline. After 2 weeks of running in, Fred actually let Oscar climb on his back. This is an incredible signal. Fred as King Gorilla. I don't have any children of my own yet. This move of his immediately attract the attention of other chimpanzees. Little Oscar might become a prince. Stars who used to be indifferent to the Oscars start accepting him. He even took the initiative to help him. Under Fred's care, Oscar life is getting better and better. But problems also arise. Fred spent all his time with him. No time to patrol the territory. Wang'er led his tribe gradually penetrate into Fred's territory. The troops have not moved. Chimpanzees seem to understand the principle of food first. They started eating like crazy to replenish their energy. Ready. Everything is ready. Wang'er led his men on a rampage. Fred and his men didn't back down this time, because this is their last habitat. If they retreat further, they will be driven out of this forest. In a desperate situation, they fought hard against the invaders. Fred even directly attacked Wang'er. The duel between two kings, winning or losing, will greatly affect the outcome of the battle. It turns out that Wang'er may have eaten too much, suddenly want to get into a big size. How could Fred give him this chance? He took the opportunity to bite Wang'er foot. Wang'er fled in panic. His subordinates saw that their king had run away and had no intention of fighting. Fred did not pursue, because of Wang'er athlete's foot. Make him dizzy. Fred's tribe cheered and celebrated. They hug each other. The battle of defeating more with less. Ninja is invincible. A wise king can win people's hearts. If I hadn't looked at you first, you won't be a nymphomaniac. And I won't fight to the death for you. You are a noble princess. I'm a bohemian vagabond. Love Sage is moved by love. I will risk my life to protect you for the rest of my life. The story returns to the point where the Love Saint rescued Qixiang. The Saint of Love does not have the courage to defeat the enemy general with his mobile phone in the midst of thousands of troops. But the moment he rushed out, but stole Qixiang's heart. After escaping from the wolf's mouth, Qixiang starts to become nymphomaniac again. But the Love Saint said with a sad face, "Sweetheart, can you be more reserved? Our parents were just killed by a heartbroken little kid." But what I was thinking about was that the two old guys always, it's retribution. You make things difficult for your girl after her. It took me 2 years. At this time, Qixiang said that she was hungry and wanted to eat meat. Of course, the Love Saint will not miss the opportunity to show off. Tianyi, have you seen this elk? Don't look at him. He has one belly and 4 legs. Can't escape my mouth. The elk was chased by King Sheng and the others, and had nowhere to escape. I can only jump into the cold river water. This will put the Love Saint in a difficult situation. Go down. I'm afraid your feet will get cold. It would be too embarrassing if you don't go down. Qixiang saw the embarrassment of King Sheng, sensible enough to say that Mr. Lang has done his best for me. The slave family is already satisfied. Oh, I'll go. This autumn fragrance is simply the walking form of hormones, being made red in the face. Don't ask me, isn't this still black? I will only tell you that it is black on the outside and red on the inside. Most people don't understand this sense of hierarchy. If you lose your target, you can only find another one. It went smoothly this time. Qixiang took the lead in biting the elk's hind leg. King Sheng and Qiu Zhang's sister Qiu Ju stepped forward to finish the job at the same time. I successfully captured this elk. While Saburo was enjoying a delicious meal, an adult male pretended to be passing by. I came here for the elk. This is to prepare for porcelain. Will the Saint of Love be cowardly? Of course not. Just because you don't fight with your father-in-law doesn't mean you can't fight. If you ask me which wolf dares to challenge a brown bear, there is only one answer. That's the big black rat. This guy Xingsheng has been homeless for 2 years. He also eats fat and big-eared people. Will the combat effectiveness be weak? Pick up my big black mouse in the royal park. Even an adult bao bear has to stay away. Just as the big one retreated, a small one popped up. This sub-adult brown bear has seen the power of Love Saint. Naturally, I don't dare to make mistakes, so this guy started to use the bitter meat trick. Brother hi, I Jonger, admire you. Like an endless stream of rivers. Aren't I going to hibernate soon? Brother hi, why don't you eat some meat? I'm afraid I won't be able to survive this winter. I won't be able to see your power anymore. The Love Sage said carelessly that if you want to eat, just eat some and stop patting him. This is not finished yet. Another group of uninvited guests came from afar. Mahamaha wolves come uninvited. This makes Love Sage very angry. Wolf King Damaha still wants to show off. Young man, I will give you 3 moves first. Not finished yet. The Saint of Love bumped into her head first. The old man takes his life. A fang bit directly into the belly of the big horse. This time, Damaha was completely confused. After all, the Wolf King has his wits about him. Otherwise, I won't be able to become the Wolf King. He started to fight back. Love Saint is also worried. You old man dares to talk back. You actually have the nerve to talk back. I have to let you know today. Why are flowers so red? The big horse bites the lover's neck. This is what he did in countless battles. Summarized killer tips. Biting off the carotid artery is the neatest way to win. Xingsheng was fooled by Damaha's move. If you can't find a way to crack it, he will probably lose his life here. As a result, the big horse bit him for a long time. I haven't found the pleasure of biting my throat. It turns out it's because the Love Saint doesn't take a shower all year round. Annual hair removal will cause scabs to stick to the body, accumulated over the years. The scabs on my neck are thick and hard. The Wolf King's Dama sword attack has no effect. Plan to retreat first. How could the Love Saint let him go? Just catch up. Use a black wolf to dig out the anus with the Maha sword. If you can't escape, you can only turn around and fight again. Love Saint aims at Damaha's face, because Damaha is thin-skinned. But he missed a hit. We can only make a strategic retreat. The old guy is hard to deal with. There is ample time. I'm still young. I don't believe you, an old guy can still dance around for a few more years. After this battle, Love Saint and Wolf King Damaha are equally matched. This made Damaha's subordinates admire them greatly. Choose to follow this younger brave man. Damaha was originally here to snatch food. As a result, there was no food. I also lost to capable men after grabbing it. It's unlucky enough. The triumph of the Love Saint made Qixiang even more obsessed with him. Nymphomania broke out on the spot. Wolf's confusion steps. 3 jumps in 1 step. The husband wants to give birth to a monkey for you. Love Saint is still acting cool. Well, we'll discuss this later. First, let me show you the little brother I just adopted. The Runnin' of the wolf pack. The simplest way is to hunt cooperatively. The Saint of Love takes the lead. Already has the temperament of a wolf king. Qixiang Qiu. There are also 2 wolves that have just joined to ambush you. When wolves cooperate in hunting, they will try their best to knock down their prey. But they usually don't use chokeholds, because the right to kill prey belongs to the Wolf King. Judging from the current situation, in this small group, the Saint of Love has been pushed to the throne of Wolf King. The Saint of Love is covered with a dull head and a green cover. They don't worry about brown bears snatching food. You don't have to be afraid of attacks from other wolves. The top priority now is to return to the mountains and forests. Recuperate and recuperate. Give birth to a litter of wolf pups. When the little wolf pups grow up, they will be killed and return to the Wolf Valley. Old Man Slocina. Revenge for the father-in-law and mother-in-law. Reviving Drew's glory. Can the Saint of Love get what he wants? His true path to becoming a king. Maybe it's just begun. The excitement has just begun.